Good morning, YouTubers. Sorry about the noise in the back. It is Saturday, June 28th, and we're going to do a little bit of harvesting here today. We've got some broccoli that looks really good. I think that one is going to get cut off. I'm going to let this one go for just a little bit longer, just until that color becomes all the same. But we got a lot of heads forming. All of this lettuce I'm going to actually pull out because it's getting a little bit beat up at this point. We've been eating it like crazy, and I actually want to clear it out and make room for some other things. And then I might take some of these little beets out. They're not huge, but I'm kind of wanting to pull some of them and then replant in the same place. I want to get some more plants in here so that we can keep this harvest going for the season. And then I'm going to reseed with some more carrots as well, because my carrots germinated really pretty lousy. Over here, watermelons are going to get thinned today. I've made the decision. It's going to happen. I had to do a really painful thing this week, which is I thinned out my pepper bed. I had so many peppers in here that I was worried that it was starting to block out the light and that they weren't going to be developing well, so I pulled a pepper out of a bunch of different sections. I took out a whole bunch of them. I can't tell you how many, but quite a few. But I think they're liking it. They're getting just a little bit more sunlight, and then once these beans all set their fruit and I harvest all the beans, then I'm going to pull all those beans out, and then they'll get a ton more light. And then they'll be very happy peppers. But they are definitely are producing well at this point. We got a lot of nice little peppers here. I got a really good sized one over here. That's going to be ready to go soon. So, cucumbers are looking very good. I'm starting to have little guys that look like a cucumber. Let's see if I can get that to focus on there for you. There you go. Nice little baby cucumber. As far as tomatoes go, these are these Isis Candy cherry tomatoes, and they are just starting to blush. So that is very exciting for me. We have been eating those little sweet pea currant cherry tomatoes. Those are quite tasty little tomatoes. I think that I will plant them again, but probably just one or two of them tops, because they're just growing prolifically. But these guys are setting tons of fruit, and now some of them are starting to actually are turning, which is exciting. These Sheboygan tomatoes, none of them have started to blush yet, but they are just loaded with fruit. Let's see if I can get this in here for you. And some that are getting really good size. But we're getting fruit all the way up higher and higher here, which is pretty exciting. And here you go. Here's a view of those sweet pea currant cherry tomatoes. They are tiny little tomatoes, but they are really tasty, I have to say. They don't really make it very far. We just eat them. Pull them right off and eat them right here. But this thing is just growing prolifically. As you can see, there are just flowers covering this thing. Eventually, I'm just going to start nipping off each truss, each truss. And I'll just bring them all in, and I think they'll be eaten a lot like grapes. Not too much else going on here. That's pretty much the scoop. I will go ahead and harvest that broccoli and clean that up, and then I'll shoot that, and then you guys have a good week. So got the garden all cleaned up here. Took out all that lettuce and cleaned out that watermelon quite a bit. So that's all nice, and we can now plant that again. Took out a couple of those beets. They weren't not very big. I'll show them to you in just a second. But when I was cleaning this out, I saw that my pole bean, while it is a little bit stunted from being in this broccoli, is actually starting to flower. So that is what you get when you clean out your garden a little bit. You start to see that there's something flowering that you didn't even know. So that's the scoop. Here's that little head of broccoli. It's not real big. I had to take it out because it was actually too much. It was in the middle, and so I knew it was going to be ready before everybody else because it was kind of jammed into a small space. But that, and then we got a couple cute beets here. So we'll cook those up, and there's all that lettuce that I harvested. And that's about it. Nothing too exciting on the garden front today, people. Just kind of doing what we do. Hot days here in summer up in Wisconsin. Talk to you soon. Have a wonderful day.